Get a girl you can die for.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Ayara, first of Locthwain. All the creatures in this deck are just lining up to be sacrificed to Ayara because you can do that to draw a card. You also want to play lots of creatures or get lots of tokens entering the battlefield because when you do, Ayara can gain a life and drain your opponent for one. This is great with things that make a token every turn, like Lord Skitter, Bitter Blossom, Jodah, and a Theomancer, assuming you have a way to sacrifice that snake, like Ayara. There's a lot of really great cards with this because it's a mono-black sacrifice deck. In fact, this is actually a modified version of my old Jodah deck. Jodah, Ghoul Caller of Nephalia, is such a great card in this deck too, because it's not only is it two different black creatures getting you an additional one each turn, it's also just the perfect stuff to sacrifice, getting on death triggers from things like Xander's Wake, and of course all of the different blood artists, like Blood Artists. These are things that, by the way, drain your opponent when your creatures die. Bastion of Remembrance. Vran only triggers once per turn, but hits twice as hard. Dualport Cutthroat, always nice in multiplayer because it hits all your opponents. And, of course, the new one, Vein Ripper. Yo, those 1/1 tokens dying suddenly is a lot scarier when they make your opponent lose 2 life each. This deck also has some really fun ways to just keep playing creatures out of the deck, like Bolus's Citadel. And because we have some new cool ways to tutor, like Case of the Stashed Skeleton, you can make a skeleton, sacrifice a skeleton, and then search for whatever the pieces that you happen to need. Maybe you need some removal, maybe you need a Thought Distortion to take out your opponent's control pieces. But you don't really have to worry that much about non-exiling board wipes, because if they destroy all your creatures, they'll get destroyed too, thanks to all those different blood artists. This is a fun deck, it's a very mono-black deck, and it's a very sacrificey deck that fits well into Ayara's flavor, where all of the creatures we're sacrificing are her suitors. And they failed on their quest, and so they'll be ended. So let's take Ayara into the queue and sacrifice a couple creatures. Tajik, Legion's Valor. This Tajik is indestructible and comes with an army. Each of their combats, they'll be getting a +1/+1 counter, and a soldier, a knight, a soldier, an angel, and then, well, he just keeps growing and he's indestructible, so he's really strong. I'm going to go ahead and bring out a turn 1 Theomancer. I could have also gone for Ayara on turn 1. That would be a great way to get a lot of value out of Nykthos, and now that I think about it, I should have done that because I have a Nykthos in hand, giving me a really good turn 3 activation for it. I was just thinking, you know what I want? Snakes. Replenishable blockers. The good stuff. But I have removal, and we'll sit with it. It's really nice that I have some exiling removal here, because that means I will be able to get rid of their commander, at least eventually. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. I have a feeling they might kill one of these. A Lightning Helix. Wow, nailed it. Sure. Lightning Helix on the lady. And here comes Ayara. Ta-da! I'm lucky that we got another black source there, so I'm still able to cast things. Land tax. Giving me the choice here between playing this and, you know, actually getting to get ahead of them, but also letting them get 3 lands. Blood Artist. That's a turn. That's right, you played a 4th land first. Because you want to get your commander down. That 1/1, by the way, has to attack. And it's gonna die. Which means the Blood Artist is going to be very happy here. Here we go. Bringing out Nykthos. Should we make some good use of this devotion? I think we should. Ignore Tajik. Get chunky. They'll have another must-attack creature. Oh, okay. Since they're destroying all creatures, except for theirs, I'm going to sacrifice to draw a card. What do we get? Okay, Bastion of Remembrance. They're going to lose a bit of life here. Pew, 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 pew. Like that I'm at 37 life. Against the Boros aggro deck, that's kind of nice. Ew, don't make him sticky. Gross. I kind of like getting out Bastion and then exiling this. And I'll do it right before combat, so they don't get the creature. Pretty much once they've tapped under the ability to recast them, which they have, they get to draw a card, and then they get to refilter their hand using Valakut's Awakening. Is this a strong card in general? Yes. Having an indestructible commander that grows over time and gets you additional bodies on the board is really doing it all. And they're not bad cards either. I've seen a couple different versions. Some of the versions are a bit more control-oriented, running lots of board wipes in order to take advantage of that indestructible. Usually putting a couple of like extra equipment in a deck just to build up Tajik as a good Voltron. I will take 2. Good bing bong. Ayara. I'm saving my Liliana. Yeah, I would say that the my personal favorite for Boros aggro commanders is Anim Pakal because it goes super wide. But Tajik is a strong card, also a fairly new card. I love Sky Knight Legionnaire. I have this card in some commander decks just because it's classic. It's like one of the most Boros of Boros cards. Ooh, but they went wide. Welcoming Vampire, drawing them cards. Nice scraps. I don't trust like that. I haven't built Agris, the new Agris yet. One second. Girl, what's up? You need to come up here? Pretty girl. Making Brawl Stars. You want to be in the video again? There's a lime up here. You hate lime. Okay, it was a response. Come here, girl. Ah, I love that they're down to 4 life, though. One skeleton. Oh, what are her stats? She's a little 1/1 kitty cat. Oh, I meant to kill the welcoming vampire before this resolved. Scraps, you're in the way, honey bear. You're in the way. Yes, you are. She's a hefty girl? No, she's just really close to the camera. That's not a joke. She's right in front of the camera right now, so she looks huge. I'm trying to find where her comb is. There it is. She loves a little combing. Brushy, brushy, brushy the cat. Alright, girl, I'm trying to see what's over there. Ooh, I'm not gonna go for the ninjutsu. Oh, but now I will. It's one less life lost, but this swaps the targets. I just like hot swap these creatures. Check out my cool beetle. I use Nykthos to draw a card after making them discard. Yeah, Scraps weighs like 9 pounds. She's not very big. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't. We don't have enough for Nykthos yet. Here we go. She's a good girl. Who's my good pretty kitty? Oh no, they get exiled. They don't lose life if my creatures are exiled. I'm saying hello to my cat. Scrap, say hi back. Or just look like a grumpy ass little cat. You're so funny. You little grumpus. My little grumplet. Did Scrap sense the earthquake we had this morning? I don't know. She was just sleeping in the hallway. So she probably noticed it and was like, ah, that's the same as the construction that's been going on. Alright, that'll make them lose 1 life. I'm trying to think if there's anything I can grab here that would make them just lose 2. No, but Meat Hook Massacre seems like a pretty safe get. Oh, wait. Do I have enough for Worm? I'm 1 short on Worm. Rankle would also go through. Yeah, I think Rankle just gets us a win here. So I'll grab Rankle, swing and win the game. GG, right, Scraps? Yay, we're winning! Etali, Primal Conqueror. You ramp up, you steal spells. It's a pretty good card. This hand doesn't have a lot of black mana to actually cast the Ayara, but we do have some really nice early creatures. We have a little bit of removal, and we have Heraldic Banner, which will get us more black mana and buff up all of our black creatures. There we go. We got a reassembling skeleton and a shambling ghast. If this dies, we can shrink something or make a treasure. Usually make a treasure. And if this dies, great, we'll bring it back from the grave. Paradise Druid. Sadly, hexproof, can't destroy it. Not yet. So instead, we'll bring out this Heraldic Banner named Black and then swing in with our skeleton and zombie. Aw, you're saying you love Scraps? I'd say Scraps loves you back, but she doesn't know you. She's a pretty chill girl, though. She doesn't cuddle, but she will beg for attention. My sweet little old lady. Yeah, she's like 12, I think. We don't actually know how old she is. She is 1 kitty old. Ooh, nice, the Bastion. I decided if I want to go for Ayara. Not yet. I'm gonna go for Bastion of Remembrance here. Go to combat, swing in with both. And I'm going to use Eaten Alive, sacrificing a creature, Shambling Ghast, to kill both the Paradise Druid. And use the -1/-1 to take out the Lotus Cobra. We have removed the ramp. At least some of the ramp. Such a good cat, Scraps. You are very cute. You're also in the way and making it kind of hard for me to see the game, but thankfully, there's not too many things going on in this game right now. There's just a cat. A little tiny kitty. Alright, they have 6 mana out now. 1 more land and they got Etali next turn. Ooh, or Domri. Domri's also going to let them fight one of these if they really want to. Nope, just plussing. Getting some of that good green stuff. one Ayara. And I don't have enough damage to destroy Domri, so I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna make him get sacrificed. And hopefully, they won't get a land, and there won't be an Etali coming my way next turn. Stealing my spells being generally good. Caps, yeah, you made such a good play. You're so good at magic. Uh-oh, Chandra. Wonder if they'll go for the -3. Yep, there go all my creatures. Before I can start sacrificing them to draw cards, too. I will move this to the command zone. They'll lose 3 life. At least their life total is getting fairly low because of how many of my creatures have died. It's one of the best parts about this deck is how good it is at killing without the killing. And I'll just hold this reassembling skeleton back for now. Yes, good girl. We'll see what they steal. Stealing with feeling. Oh, they got Lord Skitter. And Emra. Cool. Cool. Rad. Great. They'll make a rat. They're going to target my skeleton. We'll take the skeleton out of the graveyard. They'll lose 1 life. But they get to take my next turn. Oh, Scraps, you knocked down Microphone. I wonder if they'll, like, Deadlands target my own creatures. No, and opponent controls. Okay. Yeah, they can do everybody's stupidest interaction. By the way, I don't like that Emrakul makes it so you can just leave somebody's commander in a command zone. That to me is such like a, why does the game let you do that? I don't care if you're controlling my turn. It's still me, my commander. Who do you think you are? I am. If I were them, knowing that I have the Blood Artist in hand, I would use the Ifnir Deadlands on, like, the rat token. Yeah. It rather significantly sets me back on mana. Okay, what is going on in there? Nothing interesting. Great, Blood Artist. A ton of Skell. A Skell-E-ton. It dies. They lose 2 life. We gain some life, we bring it back. And I'm not waiting on this, even though I could. I'm a little worried about, like, the Chandra -1. I'm just also very impatient. Something, auto pass. F6 value. Ah, yep. So we're punished for that, the F6 value, the auto pass value. But I got to drink some of my Diet Coke, so it was worth it. I think that, by the way, if we hadn't done that, they just would have done the exact same thing to the Blood Artist. Am I looking forward to any particular commander from the new set? Laughing Jasper's Flint. Laughing Jasper's Flint is the first thing I'm going to build. I think it's going to be one of my new favorite commanders. I'm really excited to build it, and he looks super cool. Oh! Oh my gosh, nice! Guys, they exiled Ayara from my graveyard, which means I managed to get her back into the command zone. Isn't that nice of them? Eh. We're dead. But I did my best. There she goes. By the way, if we had used Takanuma, there's nothing here that I think would have made a difference. We could have milled something kind of nice. I just don't think we would have actually gotten there. Ah, death at the hands of the Eldrazi. GG, Etali. Professor Onyx. She drains you when you cast an instant or sorcery through that Magecraft, or I guess it's cast or copy. And she can make you sacrifice your biggest creature. She can also draw cards, or I guess it's technically not drawing cards. She can put a card into her hand and the rest into the graveyard. Which sets up kind of well for, like, I don't know, reanimation. We got 2 mana and a Pilfer. They get to look at all of these cards and choose one. Make me discard. I think Demon's Disciple, unless they have a bunch of creatures, is a pretty good pick. But the One Ring is the strongest generic card in hand. So I don't think that they chose wrong there. All right, Ayara, bringing out. Chilling, vibing, hanging. Black Market Connections. Oh, I have that card too. Ayara sees a creature enter the battlefield, says, ooh, don't mind if I do. Play Bloodghast. I'm going to attack with this token. Because I haven't played a land yet, I'm actually going to sacrifice the Bloodghast. Draw a card. It is a land! Perfect! It comes into play, and we bring the Bloodghast back, draining them for even more life. Pay the 6. Play the 6. Play the 6. They paid the 1. Okay, Luis Carlos. I'm not a big fan of what you just did there, which is to say, not pay the 6. A Grim Tutor. Somebody's looking for a board wipe. Or just some single target removal for Ayara. Bye, Ayara! It's okay, she can come back later. We got our Fatal Pushes, Sheoldreds. Me swinging for damage. Boom, boom, pow. Sheoldred, punish them for card draw. Now, if you pay the 6, you're actually paying the 8. Saying GG. We blow him a kiss. Mwah. Kisses. So they paid the 3, which was actually the 5, because Sheoldred hits them for the card draw. And here's a Worm! Worm doesn't kill me, but it does take out all of these fairies and deal a lot of damage to me. So we'll lose 8 life. I get a fresh fairy right here. Bring out that Bloodghast. Their life total is low enough that this has haste. I'm going to play the Demon's Disciple, sacrificing the Fairy Rogue token. I'll lose another 2 life. There goes the Massacre Worm. And there goes the rest of their life. At the start of their next turn, they're going to lose life from the draw. They're going to lose life from the Black Market Connections. It doesn't matter what they're losing life from. They're just losing the game. GG, Professor Onyx. Azusa lost, but seeking. Azusa ramps a bunch. She gets lands into play, and very often she has turn 1 ramp, so she can immediately start playing lots of extra lands. For the most part, I don't really see that much Azusa anymore. She's kind of been usurped by Mythweaver Pawk, which is still a plenty good land-based mono-green commander. So we've got Azusa, and I have a turn 1 Dark Ritual into Ayara. This seems like it happens a lot. We get this Dark Ritual early on. I'm not going to say I mind. It's fantastic. I also have a Jodah. Ooh, Jodah. Nice. So they got that early ramp out here. And I got me a dude who makes a zombie. And the zombie. I can sacrifice this, too, to just draw a card. I might do that. This Nykthos is also going to accelerate my mana a little bit. Azusa coming into play. And even if I did have instant speed removal, it wouldn't matter just because of you could just play lands. It's just how she goes. The lands, they happen. The great ramp off. They're a green deck. They're going to win the ramp off. I'll still go for killing Azusa. That way I can attack in with Jodah, except I don't really want to or need to. Yeah, Dark Ritual and Nykthos is a strong start. But also, they're like a super rampy deck. What are you doing? 420 graze it? Ooh, scoop bugs! Bug a bug, bug a bug a bug. Bug, bug, bug. Landfall, more bug. Actually, I need that for stuff. I'm putting a stop on my end step because I can get rid of the bugs before there's more bugs. They're thinking about, I think they're thinking about ghost quartering my Nykthos. Oh no! They're going to hit their own Bonder's Enclave to double their bugs before I can start killing them with Yawgmoth. Okay, I've done this before in my Get Rog deck. Oh, but wait, it doesn't work because now they only have 5 lands. All right, so we're gonna kill one, die. They only have 5 lands left. I know. I already know I'm probably not sacrificing anything here, but I also don't want her to die, so go to end step, get a Zomboy, kill this. Us getting rid of, like, their threat. Great way to win this game. GG, Azusa. Jodah, the Unifier. Jodah, the Unifier is a 5-color Legends commander, and this deck is legendarily good. It's so good because your creatures get bigger based on the number of legends you have. And Jodah himself, well, he does really, really, really well to fill up your board. Because he has this, like, fake cascade ability, you cast a legend, get a legend, you end up with so much stuff. By the way, I dropped the Rusco there because I knew I had Fatal Push to kill the Magda. And I'm just trying to cut them off from some of this fixing and ramp early on while I get set up with cards like Ayara and Black Market Connections. I'm actually going to start with Black Market Connections, even though this card doesn't make tokens that I can sacrifice with Ayara. I can sacrifice them to everything else, like the Priest of Forgotten Gods. And of course I'm going to pay the 6. You know I'm going to pay the 6. All I ever do is pay the 6. I'm going to get out the Priest here. Raph Capuchin getting flashed out. Me paying the 6 every day of my life. I'm going to pay... Oh wait, I should attack in first here. I'm going to attack in first with the Shapeshifter. Would you like to block? Okay, they didn't block. I will sacrifice you two to kill Riffraff. Oh, Demon's Disciple. Not really what I want right now. You have so much mana. I do love paying life, though. It honestly brings me joy. I'll just play this worm. Ayara will gain me a tiny bit of life. And Tarian's Journal. Cool. Kill their stuff, win the game. Zergo and Ojutai. It's usually a bit of a Jeskai tempo deck, because this is a card that you could bounce back into your hand after hitting your opponent. And when you do hit your opponent or a battle they control, well, that's on their side that you control. I don't know how to describe battles. You played the battle, you hit your battle that you played. When that happens, you get to anticipate. You put cards in your hand. It's card advantage. Swords of Plowshares, Ironcrag, and Spikefield Hazard. We can either get rid of some of their ramp or some of their removal. Because exiling removal is just so rude, I'm going to hit that. A Day of Judgment is a little bit less scary to me, as long as we can get out some of our things that reward us for our creatures dying. They control the battle, but I own the battle? I don't know. I just don't know. Hey, do you want a Day of Judgment, my skeleton? He can't block. It's called defending it? Okay. Thank you. Go get him, skeleton. Because we know of the board wipe, I'm just going to use Village Rites to sacrifice the skeleton and draw some cards. Ooh, Jodah. Oh, they'll just spike him. Spikefield Hazarded. Miltoff, thank you so much for the sub. You own and control it, they defend it. Okay, so that's the correct terminology. Thank you, people in chat. Why are bones so heavy? They're not if you're a bird. Bones are heavy because they weigh a skeleton. You cut that out! As we're gonna chat, you going back into hand so you can board wipe next turn? Yeah, that's cool. I don't really know what I was going to tutor for. But now I think it's gotta be either Bolus's Citadel or Thought Distortion. Bye, zombie. I know I could save you for, like, maybe drawing a card later, but I feel like this is not gonna stick around long enough for that to even happen. Hi, Zergo and Ojutai. Welcome back. You gonna draw more cards? Only I can do reprehensible puns. Aww. I hate that there isn't even a window that I can target it because this keeps... It has hexproof on the whole turn it comes out. Oh, we ramping, we scramping, we blamping, we bamping. Have an Ayara. No, Ironcrag. Nobody wants you to turn into an equipment. Zergo and Ojutai once again in play. Alright, so how many non-creature spells are gonna go in hand? I wonder what they've got in that hand of theirs. Well, I think we found out. I love Thought Distortion in, like, the arena queue. It's one of those, are you playing a mono black deck and are you just frustrated at all of the other decks you play against? Get yourself a Thought Distortion. Okay, Ayara, we got snakes, we got woe striders. Got rings. I got more card draw. I'm just going to swing in with Ayara. Gate to the Citadel. Great. Sorry, by the way, that if you see me typing, as somebody's talking with me about Transformers, and I think you all know I have a deep obsession, and it cannot be quenched. I guess we'll just keep going for card draw. I really don't need a Yara for sacrifice, since we're getting so much card draw off the one ring. Theomancer. Oh, I guess I should have used Nykthos before. I'll just make extra mana. Why not? Tarian's Journal. I think I'll sacrifice the goat to the journal. Have I bought any figures yet? I have a few Transformers figures. I don't know, I get a lot more into the comics. Oh, I guess lightning bolt to the face. Yeah, that's true. Zergo and Ojutai is actually doing a lot of damage, just hitting me for 4 each of these turns. Thankfully, Ayara has been getting me some life yet. Aww, you're putting things back in the hand. I guess I'll scry with the snake. Murderous Rider. Oh, okay. GGPZ, I'm sorry I was still playing. I had Transformers to talk about. Emodi, Celebrant of Bounty. You know what? I really want to find the Citadel. Maybe I should have kept that first hand because it had a tutor in it, sort of. But I want to get a good game with Bolus's Citadel against this Emodi here. Yes, exactly, Green ET. I need one good Bolus Citadel game. Right now, what do I have? I have good stuff. I have Sacrificables, I have Value, I have Meathook Massacre. I'm actually not playing the Jadari yet, because if they play something else with 1 toughness, it'll be just exquisitely massacreable. Ugh. See? Sometimes patience is rewarded. Five Head Gaming, thank you. They're gonna draw a card. Sometimes you are smart when thinking. Sometimes we smart good. Relic of Legumes. Let's untap those legends. Oh, and an Arcane Signet. So they'll be able to play Emodi next turn. I guess I like Drivnod, since it gets me extra triggers from Meathook Massacre. What is time to duel? One, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Here comes the Cascaden Naga Druid. Emodi, and what does she cascade into? Well, first she draws a card off Beans. She cascaded into Utopia Sprawl. That's not bad. Yes, you have 2 mana. 3 mana, right? Because of Relic of Legends. He's kind of top-heavy. He's just an 8-3. It's fine. I'm gonna use the Ravenous Chupacabra. Kill Emodi. I'm going to sacrifice the Chupacabra to Ayara rather than the Journal. Looking for lands. Didn't find it. I'm considering sacrificing Ayara to the Journal. I really want to find... Decline. You're saying in the graveyard. Citadel. Also, I left that in the graveyard so I could make it Drivnod indestructible with one more in the grave. Or, like, just bring it back with Virtue of Persistence. Oh, that's a lot of stuff happening. They get 2 more lands, they draw a card. And then Emodi does Emodi things. Exists. Aw, hi Paradise Druid. Trying to decide how much I care about this. I really want to draw. So I'm going to sacrifice the zombie token. Not many stretch from this. No, they've just been ramping. Once they get enough lands and ramp out of their deck, though, it'll be all threats. Maybe. I don't actually know. Swinging in with Drivnod. Try to get in another 8 damage. They block. I guess that does make sense. It is 8 damage. I'm waiting for you, Emodi. I didn't get my, I didn't get my goods, though. They got an Armored Scrap Gorger. Oh, that can exile things out of my graveyard. I don't like that. I'm extremely distracted. Because all I want is Citadel. I could just be clicking on the rock. Bit more murder. Ooh, they're making Emodi indestructible. That's cute. Bitter Triumph. Pay 3 life. Kill the Scrap Gorger. Make these 2 extra pointy. And now, kill my own creature to kill the opponent. GG, Emodi. Etali, Primal Conqueror, the dinosaur that steals the top spells and transforms into the Primal Sickness for a poison win. I'll keep this hand. Maybe I'll get to kill a Mana Dork with Feed the Swarm. We'll find out as we go. Oh, we do have a nice early Shambling Ghast, a fine 1/1, which I think I'm going to sacrifice to Tarian's Journal. Oh, okay. Prosperous Innkeeper. if they want to, they can trade, and I will take that treasure. This gains them life for the most part at this point, so, like, I don't know if I'd like to kill it. I think I'd rather just get the treasure. So we're gonna get the treasure. Ooh, worm! If I can get the 6 mana, it'll die to that too. A questing beast. Ooh, the beast of questing. That's a good, honest card right there. Bring out Mirex. I'm thinking maybe like Heraldic Banner to feed the swarm, or just pop down the Ravenous Chupacabra. Take out the questing beast before it does any more damage. And I am considering sacrificing this Ravenous Chupacabra to draw a card. I think that that's actually a pretty good move, so I'm going to do that. I'm trying to line up lands on all my next turns so I can get out the things like the Massacre Worms and the Ayaras and everything else. All the good big boys. Cool Dryad. Play the Heraldic Banner this turn. Name black, and this will be the turn I use this Feed the Swarm. That's allowing them to play additional lands, but they clearly don't have additional lands, or they would have played them. Right now, we have more mana than the Gruul Stompy Ramp deck, which is a good thing. Defense of the Heart will punish us if we have 3 or more creatures, which happens. We do oftentimes get 3 or more creatures in a deck like this. I'll play Ayara, creature number 1. Voyager now comes in untapped, and I could hold this mana for Murderous Rider, or I could bring out Xander's Wake. I'm gonna play Xander's Wake. This could get us a lot of value over time, but we're gonna have to be careful about how many creatures we get on the battlefield at the same time. Let's get a second creature out right here. Massacre Worm. Kill the Prosperous Innkeeper. They'll lose 2 life because their creature died. And also, Ayara will drain them. I'm not gonna bother with holding back Ayara. I think dealing 3 damage here versus holding up a sacrifice is better. They're up to 6 mana now, and Byleth. So this is, by the way, not the typical Etali deck. This is, I think, much more of just a Gruul Stompy deck, which I can respect the heck out of. Now I really wish I had this worm again. I do have a way to get the worm, like, out and back and out and back. Or do I just, like, Blood on the Snow? Kill a lot of these. Oh, this is deep temptations here. Listen. It's a lot of damage. Like a lot of damage. Well worth it. At least if you ask me. Here comes Etali. Gonna steal the top spell of each player's deck. They got my Baleful Mastery that will kill Ayara. And Tusky! Aww! It's a good squirrel. It's gonna draw them cards. Doing Tusky and Etali here. I have good time to play the Sheoldred. I think they'll sacrifice Etali. No, they sacrificed Tusky. So I'm going to sit here with this Tarian's Journal. And I think I'm going to be discarding the remaining cards in my hand. Ooh, let them have all the mana in the world. I can let them have just 2. No, you can have 7 mana. This escalated quickly. Well, let's see what the last card is. Oh, Prime Time! This will let me recast creatures from graveyard. Chupacabra can hit that. A little worried about the Etali. That's fine. Flip it! Yeah! Hello, don't mind me. Just casting stuff for free from my graveyard. Let's bop the old gnaw bones. How do I survive, though? Gotta get myself back down below this. I think if they can transform Etali, which they do have enough mana for, but they can't without paying 10. So right now they have 9. They have 10 with the treasure. I also only have 4 blocking, and that's lethal anyway. I know! Gary's just on top of the deck like, if only. So hey, we're super dead. It is too late. It's too late, but you know what? It was a good game. But let's get the lance. GG Etali. Vraska, Golgari Queen. You know, Vraska has been so rad in the story recently. You know what I would like, though? I would like something that's also rad. I would like Bolus's Citadel. Please, 1 Citadel. We'll go for an extra mulligan, and we found it! Perfect! All right, I'm gonna throw this Vein Ripper back. So, their commander is able to destroy permanents that cost 3 or less, non-land permanents. You can also sacrifice things to get even more things. It's just a generally very good Golgari commander. I recently had a Golgari sacrifice commander, and I actually think that Vraska, because she's this combination of removal and sacrifice, and also this ultimate ability win con, is a pretty darn good choice as just Golgari sacrifice. I would put this in almost every Golgari deck too, if it has the sacrifice theme. Ooh, nice goose. Ayara first of Locthwain. I don't really need to attack in since I could just block with the goose. But next turn, I think there's a good chance that we sacrifice the Shambling Ghast to try to get a land and also a treasure to get closer to this Bolus's Citadel. This is one of those great go-off cards where if we can get this to stick around for even just 1 turn and we don't brick on lands, it can go wild. So I'm going to swing in with the Shambling Ghast. If they block it with Shigeki, I will just go ahead and sacrifice it anyway. I was just trying to get to go through here. I guess there's no rush on sacrificing it. I'm just doing it now anyway. I could have also gone for like a land and the Grave Pact first, but I'd rather use Ravenous Chupacabra to guarantee getting rid of the Shigeki. Before they use it to just put a lot of stuff in hand, ramp, everything else. This Vraska is able to destroy Ayara, but if everything goes according to plan, we can replay Ayara. Yeah, this doesn't cost 3 or less, but Golgari colors, the black and green, are so good at destroying artifacts. Artifacts, enchantments, creatures, planeswalkers, you name it, they can destroy it with things like Binding the Old Gods. Hi, Vraska! Are you going to kill my Ayara? No! They're going to sacrifice a plant! Okay, I didn't get the land, but I did get this as ramp. I think it's... Yeah, I think that it's fine for me to just Bitter Triumph. I'll pay 3 life. And then I'm going to sit here with the intent of sacrificing my Ravenous Chupacabra Actually, I'm just going to sacrifice it now because I want to land. Give me land. Land. That's a skeleton. Now, mind you, I like skeletons. But I want land. Bolus's Citadel. So chapter 1, they will make me discard Liliana. They would not make me discard Big Assembling Skeleton. But now they know about Bolus's Citadel, and on the next turn, they can tutor for something. They can get rid of this. All right, so give me the good stuff. Only goods on top. Okay, Invoke Despair actually forces them to sacrifice Cruelty of Gix. We don't have to worry about the tutor. No, wait, come back. I finally got the Citadel. It took me so many games to get this out. GG, Vraska. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you like seeing Ayara sacrifice her various knights in order to seek through cards and drain our opponents. It's a really fun deck to pilot. I do tend to like sacrifice decks a lot, and I think that Ayara, being both card advantage and drain, is a really good card to have. I guess that if you would like to build this deck, you should just go ahead and grab the deck list. It's in the description of the video. And if you would like to suggest a commander for me to build, please let me know in the comments. This was a suggested commander. Somebody said that they'd like to see Ayara, and I think they actually meant the other Ayara, but I like this Ayara more, so I built this one. They didn't specify, which means I'm taking creative liberties and I'm making a mono black sacrifice deck because I enjoy the archetype and also how good a lot of mono black cards are. Thank you so much for watching and have a brawlful day.